The Anti-Missionary One-Liners. I plan to have an interview coming up on September 4th with Courtney Smith from Biblical Apologetics in regards to the anti-missionary movement. So I thought this video will be a good segue into that topic. So let's get started. If you don't know what an anti-missionary is, please watch my video titled The Anti-Missionary Movement. But in a nutshell, an anti-missionary is someone who willfully tries to discredit Yeshua as the Messiah and also tries to discredit the entire New Testament. Some well-known anti-missionaries are Tovia Singer and Michael Skobac. Now, here are a few one-liners that you will hear from the anti-missionary side. How is Yeshua the Passover lamb if he didn't die in the temple, but died on a cross outside the city? He was beaten, so he was not without blemish. He can't be our atonement. Human sacrifices are not allowed or accepted in the Torah. These are just a few of many one-liners that you will read, which are meant to try and trip up a Messianic or Christian and hopefully sow seeds of doubt and ultimately lead them away from Yeshua and the New Testament. Now, here's an answer to some of these one-liners. The original Exodus was the template, a shadow type picture, a big hand pointing to something greater ahead that's eternal, pointing to a greater Exodus that takes place when the Messiah comes. What the lambs of Passover accomplished for one day in Egypt, covering Israel from the spirit of death, Yeshua's death on the cross eternally covers us from the eternal second death. Yeshua is the substance of the shadows found in the feasts. Galatians 3 verse 24. Wherefore the law, which includes the feasts, was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Messiah, that we might be justified by faith. Colossians 2:17. These, that is the feasts, are a shadow of the things that were to come. The reality, however, is found in the Messiah. Now, as you know, I like using analogies, so here's one. The original Passover was like a lost shoe, size 11, for men. Not everyone can fit this shoe. This is a shadow or mold of the substance, the foot of a person. So the shoe tells us what to look for. A foot that belongs to a male, size 11. Then we go around the room and only find one male person with size feet 11 who's looking for a shoe, and he fits this shoe perfectly. Now, no one is going to say, well, his foot is not an actual shoe, so he can't be the right fit. Notice the poor logic and false presuppositions being made? That the substance of a shadow should be another shadow? Just like the shadow type of a lamb should be fulfilled with another lamb? Of course not. The shoe is the template, the shadow of the substance. The fulfillment of that shadow is the foot. The Lamb of Exodus was the template of something greater, and that is the human Messiah, Yeshua. Now notice the prophets like Isaiah didn't say the Messiah will be a lamb, but instead they say he, a human, is like a lamb. Jeremiah 11 verse 19. But I was like a gentle lamb, led to the slaughter. Isaiah 53 verse 7. He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth, like a lamb that is led to the slaughter. Isaiah describes a human, a person who's like a lamb, whose scars and death pay for our iniquities. Isaiah 53 verse 10. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin. Again, the foot fits the shoe. Yeshua fits this shadow. Praise Yah. Please be careful with any anti-missionary arguments out there and their one-liners, found usually on Facebook and YouTube. I will be having an interview with Courtney Smith from Biblical Apologetics on September 4th, so please check it out. Thank you and shalom.